Would you be happy to share what's the best piece of advice you've ever had?
Yeah, I knew you were going to ask this question. I've been given so much bad advice. I was like racking my brains for any sort of useful advice that I've been given. I've been given odd bits over the past few years, but I think it's one that I saw, which was happiness as expectations exceeded. I think that's Mo Godard, he's been on a few podcasts. And I found that really useful because I could backtrack that to pretty much any situation that, my expectations were ridiculous when I set up a business. Therefore, I'm not going to be happy. Like when you manage people, if you say to them, you are going to be head of department within 6 months here, and they're not head of department within 6 months, that their expectations haven't been exceeded or met. So I think it's a really good one to take into things, and even small things within your everyday life. So like I've ruptured my Achilles, I'm in a boot. Like I'm not going to be in a great mood. And if I'm expecting myself to be on the plane to Qatar with the England squad, like I'm going to be disappointed. I'm probably going to have to wait for the Euros to make the squad. So I think there's stuff like that where I can apply it and be like, I'm going to be in a bad mood for a few days, maybe a week. I'm not going to have to exercise for a bit. So I think it's like, it helps you set realistic expectations for everything. And therefore you're not going to be constantly annoyed or wound up or anything like that.
That's good. I've done about 100 of these, and that's a really good one because it's applicable to just almost everything in every scenario.
It's really simple. Yeah.
No, it's cool. If you were to give advice to your younger self, I can see you looking across to read the question.
Definitely not. I've not prepped anything.
No, not at all. Yeah, if you were to give advice to your younger self, and you can pick you at school, when you first went to uni, starting the agency for the first time, even at your lowest point, if you were to give advice to your younger self, what would it be?
I think I'd validate myself a bit more. So I think I make, on the whole, I make good decisions, and I make them based off evidence. So like you said, when I set up my first business, it's seen as a risk, but for me, that didn't seem like a risk at all because I weighed up all the evidence and said, okay, this is the best route for me. So I think I'd back myself a bit more. And when you've got this feeling that you're making the right choice or you're going for it, don't like deliberate and fight yourself over it and stuff like that, and just sort of go for it. I think particularly within your mid-20s to the age I'm at now, basically all anyone talks to you about is having children, getting married, buying a house. It's like constant, and I've always been a person who's been like, oh, I'm not ready to do that just yet, or I've been given advice on to buy a house from people who haven't bought their own houses, for example. Like, and I think I've always not just sort of had this thing that I wanted to do something slightly different to everyone else, and but I've always fought myself over it and deliberated constantly and stuff like that. Whereas most of the decisions I've made have been fairly good ones, and I should have just gone for it and backed myself a bit more.
Oh, that's cool. I think if you find what makes you happy, what you said before, almost what makes you content, just do you. That's all that matters. I remember when me and my wife got married, we had a massive bust up with my family because they wanted kids at the wedding and we didn't want them. And it was just, you will never make other people happy. Just do whatever makes you happy. And then actually that will inherently make you happy, which makes people like you more. You know what I mean? So it's,
I think that's it. Like, I think I've got to the point now, I don't know if that's like an age thing, but I don't care about what anyone thinks of me at all now. Like, it's like liberating. Like, I don't care at all. And I wish that I'd have felt a bit more like that when I was younger.
I think it is an age thing.
Yeah.
That as a teenager, then when you go to uni and there's 20,000 students, you're surrounded like, oh, am I good looking enough? I'm popular enough? And it's just, you're always judging yourself with other people. And then you graduate and, oh, so-and-so gets paid more than I do. And what about this? And what about that? And it's horrible. And you get to the point where, so I'm 39 now, I genuinely don't care. For me, I've proven myself that it's just, if you like me, great. If you don't, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I think it just comes with time and experience. And, there are bigger problems in the world and stuff as well.